decision.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
22!
On second down, here's Stafford. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Stafford on third down. That's caught by Meredith right side. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Down carry by Elliott. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Going long here for Wallace. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll look to throw here. And the grab by Croft. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Frank Clark able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12.
13. Zebra. Hey, goal. Sound goal. Greg.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Garcon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Flat.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
One.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got Rodgers. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
We go.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Pierre Garçon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10.
Tag 50 left. 21.
Now Stafford. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Stafford gets it to Meredith complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does in the best.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Calais Campbell. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Big 20. Hey, 22.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. From the red zone now, Stafford drops it underneath to Elliott. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, the pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
To go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Running with Elliott. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's Foles. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now Foles. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Foles. And that's complete to Croft. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come here.
Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. With it is Jackson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Ready? Hey, go here. Go here.
On first down, it's Stafford. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Go here!
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
21. Hey, Jack Christie left, double right. Omaha tonight. Jumbo.
On 1st down, Stafford here. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Go here. Zebra. 21.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Go here. Zebra. 32.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Airing this one out for Evans. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. So they will go for it. Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Libra.
On second down, here's Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Double. Libra.
Here's Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Mike Evans, 47 yards. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. The extra point now coming from Myers. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Great.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Tempo.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On the crossing route, complete. It's Jackson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One. Let's go. Great.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Let's go!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is caught by Jackson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They'll set up to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Dory Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Kick! Kick! One.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle to Garcon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Looking to throw. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Pierre Garcon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. The point after try for Gostkowski. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken short, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They'll start the drive with Elliott. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here we go. That's 11. Set. Go, 80. Ready. Now give me radar.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, tag 32. Hey, go here. Hey, give me radar.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Big 20. Hey, I need one. Hurry.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
To throw on second down, Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Hey, go here.
Now Elliott. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They come out here in the eye. Here's Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Justin Houston coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Foles. Looking deep downfield. This is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. 42 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Foles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
13.
Coleman. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Foles. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. He'll look to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
180. Go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Pierre Garçon with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Saints can take the lead if they can hit the extra point. Gostkowski for the point after. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken short. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Well, 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Short gain, last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
All right, here we go. White. Hey. 4 down. White 7. Zebra.
Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Niners on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5.
Go here, lady. Hey, give me a radar. Hey, 22.
Now it's Stafford. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Zebra.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Kendall Beckwith on the stop. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved it to the left hash so they can line things up for them to kick the field goal.
All right, boys, here we go. Let's go. Come on, man. Pick it up.
Stafford now to throw. Now he's forced out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
White. Set, lady. Okay, tag 53.
Now Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Tag 50, tag 50. Set, blue 60.
They snap it to Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Drops it off for Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
One. Pick.
He'll They'll drop to throw. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on third down. So third down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. They'll drop to throw. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first. Down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Go! 180! Go!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rodgers. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Be alert! Go! Great.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Croft. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Let's go!
On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.